wanna know.
Hi you guys, it's Nyla Janae and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today I'm going to be telling you guys the tips and the tricks to grow a successful hair business, and also be for anybody who's just a business owner, if you're a lash tech, nail tech, anything with starting up a business. These tips are very helpful and just things that I've learned along the way that have helped and how I saw it impact my business and improve. If some of you guys don't know, I am an 18-year-old braider. I've been braiding for maybe like about 2 years now, and I specialize really in like knotless braids, retwist, a lot of natural hair, locks. I kind of do not everything but a little bit of everything. If you guys want to check out my hair page, my Instagram is linked in the description box. Don't mind my finger. When I was setting up my tripod, I ended up cutting myself, so don't mind this band-aid. So this will be basically divided in like a few different topics. We have social media, so you guys can figure out how to use social media and the internet to promote your business. I have clientele. We're going to be talking about how you can get clientele and keep clientele and get your dream clientele and all of that. Customer service, because it is an important piece into growing your business that a lot of people like to just kind of push aside. Skill, because that is very important too. First, it would definitely be important to talk about how you can even start up your business and then bringing in the clientele from there. First off, number one way I recommend to really help start off your business is social media, preferably Instagram. Instagram, I would say, is definitely the main way people get their business out there. And I would definitely say TikTok. TikTok has definitely grown to really, it can build people's business up like that. I would say Instagram definitely as your main piece of promoting your business. Number one, make an Instagram account for your business. Name it whatever you want. My business name is Braided by Nyla. I have thought of changing it up a couple of times, but I just had it for so long. Whatever you want, you can be creative with it. You want to get a business name that correlates with your business. Second step, I know a lot of people, you guys may see when a lot of people start out their businesses and they set it up on Instagram, a lot of people like to go through DM, but I personally would not recommend having people book through your DM because it's just not organized. It's hard to keep up. Sometimes Instagram will not show you all of people's DMs. You can just end up being kind of all over the place. You can't really see the messages on time, so I do not recommend communicating with your clients and having them book directly through DM. But what I do recommend, which takes me to my next tip, is getting a website. I would say if you're a beginner, you may have money but you don't have enough to really be paying maybe too much a month for a website. There are plenty of free websites out there that you can use to set up your business where you don't have to pay for anything. When I first started my business, I used the app called AppointFix, I believe. I will put that up here. I use AppointFix, and there's a whole bunch of other websites. If you're looking for something free, go on Google. There's a list of websites that you can go to for free, but the number one website that I recommend you using, if you do not mind paying for it monthly, is Acuity. I would say this is like the best website. You probably see most of the people you go to use this website when booking. It's so efficient. It is so easy to use. You get the hang of it once you set it up. I currently pay $15 a month. I think there's like a package higher than mine that I can pay more for, if I'm not mistaken. If you're willing to pay the $15 a month, go ahead and get that. That's what I recommend. But if you are trying to start off slow, you're just starting, you don't want to invest in something without knowing that your business is going to do well, which I'm pretty sure it'll do well, so invest in it. Nothing's wrong with investing into something you really want to do and you want to be successful at. When it comes to setting up your website, you guys might see a lot of hairstylists or people who own a business and they do use this website. You don't want to have so much on the website where it's just like people are not even going to bother reading it. This is probably going to be a separate video that I can do explaining to you guys like how to set up a website for your business. Now, when setting up your website for your business, you don't want to have like paragraphs and essays. Nobody's want to go through and read that. So when you set up your website, at least you want to make everything simple. You want to get to the point, because let's be honest, somebody wants to read through all of that, and then that's when miscommunication comes in and people are not reading, and then you're getting mad at them because you're like, well, I told you this is what it was, and they were like, I didn't read that. So I will probably put up an example of my website just so you guys can see how it is, and I will definitely do a separate video on just how to set up a website for your business. So we have first setting up an Instagram account, some social media platform, setting up a way for your clients to communicate with you. Now I'm going to be talking about how to promote so that you can receive clientele. So when starting out, as far as like getting your first few clients, I would definitely ask, you know, close friends, family to do hairstyles on them for free or discounted prices, and you want to, you know, do hairstyles and start promoting them on your Instagram. From there, people will see it and people will want to come. So as far as like how to promote on your Instagram, first off, you don't need anything fancy to record. A lot of people always ask me what camera I use to record my videos when recording my clients and posting it on Instagram, because the quality looks really good. I literally just got the 14, so it has nothing to do with my new phone because I've been doing this on my old phone, which I had the 11. Go on your phone. As far as quality goes, whether you're taking pictures or videos, when taking the videos, you want to put it in 4K and 60 PFS, whatever it's called. Okay, so as you guys can see, I'm gonna try to show this to you guys. Please focus. At the top of my phone, it says HD and 30. When I put it in 4K and 60, the quality is great. So when recording your client's hair, it comes out beautifully. So that is how my quality looks so good. And then also like editing after, and you know, exposure and vibrance, you know, you can edit it on the camera settings. I mainly record videos when promoting. I used to do pictures. Nothing's wrong with taking pictures, guys. You can definitely take pictures and post them, but the way the Instagram algorithm is working now is they are more so trying to put out videos. This is why we have to keep up with the technology and, you know, figuring out how to promote your business. So I definitely recommend posting videos rather than pictures, and this is where it goes into using reels, because Instagram is promoting reels and that's what they're putting out there. And reels is kind of like a gambling game where you just kind of have to trust the algorithm and it'll kind of just blow up, but obviously your video has to be nice in order for it to blow up. And so like I said, I recommend recording using good quality on your phone. Also, a lot of people like before and afters and transitions. So I'm going to put up an example here. It doesn't matter what you do, because I do vlogs and braids and all that. You kind of just want to record a before of what it looks like, and then after. A lot of people just are like amazed by transformations, so that is what will definitely get your page out there. And then also when choosing the music to go over your video, it's really just about whatever is trending and what's popular and what people like, what goes with the vibe of the video, not just picking a random song. It's really a gambling game, and you'll see that you'll start to like blow up like that out of nowhere. And you can see my reels and like how some of the views are really high and sometimes they're not, and that's just really just a gambling game. But it's just about how much effort you put into your videos and how good your work is. You know, just because you're a beginner, just because your work may not be at its best, you can still do things to try to perfect it and make the video look nice. I know a lot of beginners that I follow who, you know, whose reels are blowing up and they're beginners, and it's helping their business out a lot. And also TikTok, you know, you can do the same thing on TikTok. Everybody knows you can record the video, post it, and people will love it and it'll blow up. Another thing is hashtags on Instagram. You definitely want to use hashtags. I use hashtags like the area that I'm in, explore page. You know, you want to make sure you use hashtags that have to do with the video. As far as promoting goes, that is how you can promote through social media and, you know, have people come your way and wanting to book with you. And like, don't expect your friends and family to be there rooting for you, reposting, because it's just like you're gonna be disappointed when it doesn't happen, because a lot of the times, unfortunately, you would think your friends and family are gonna repost and support you, but that's just not the case. So you really have to try to do this on your own, promote it, get it out there. You can't really count on them. You know, people are gonna care, but you know what I'm saying. You're gonna have to really do this and promote it as much as you can on your own. But yeah, if the reels are not working out, another way is paying. When I first started, I would post pictures, and then, you know, you can do the promotion thing on Instagram. You can pay for it to promote, and it can promote for a certain amount of days, 3 to like 7 days, I don't know how many days, a lot of days, and you pay like maybe $20, and Instagram will promote the picture or the video. You can put who you would want to see it, what age range. That definitely helped me out a little bit when I first started on Instagram a few years ago. I don't have to do that now. I don't remember the last time I did that. Another way through social media is giveaways. I haven't done a giveaway in so long because like I don't even have to do a giveaway to get clients now. You know, when you get to that point, people will just book with you, so it's like, why lower prices when people are gonna book and pay regardless? I would definitely recommend doing like giveaways and stuff like this many times, or comment this many times, or share this many times. You can get like a free hairstyle, or you can, you know, you can get this much off this hairstyle. That helps a lot because a lot of people end up reposting, but that definitely helps because people start reposting and then people start commenting. You get a little bit more traffic from there, and then you can get more exposure. Okay, so those are some ways to get clientele through social media. This is how you end up keeping your clients and have people coming back and all of that. So this is gonna fall under the category customer service, okay? So when it comes to you finally getting your clients, you don't wanna just get your client and be like, okay, did you, who's next? Because it's not all about seeing how many clients you can get and oh my gosh, I need to have like 200 clients or 100 clients. Think about it this way: there are 31 days in a month, and if you can get 30 to 31 clients who are set and they can come back every month, every 2 months, even 60 clients, you don't have to worry about having 100, 200 clients and getting new clients. You just have your set clients. You're always going to be booked because they're always going to come back. So it's really about trying to figure out, okay, how can I get the clients that are coming into me to come back? A lot of people like to ignore customer service, and I know we see it a lot in the beauty industry, which is very unfortunate, but not all of us are bad people. These are just things that I've honestly learned and things that I've had to, sorry guys. Okay, these are just things that I've had to learn and figure out on the way. So make sure your customer service is top tier, and you can do that. You know, it doesn't matter where you're starting out of. If you're starting out of your kitchen, your living room, your room. I currently am actually braiding in my room. I will be transferring to a suite in a few weeks, so wherever you're starting, it doesn't matter. You can still acquire good customer service. You know, you just want to make sure your area is like nice, put together, and comfortable for your clients. Like I said, it doesn't matter where you are, but you can make the best out of whatever situation you are in, and ways to make them feel comfortable. You know, you can have music playing or TV. I like to just give my clients what they want. It's not about us, it's about both of us, but it's more about the clients. You're here to please the clients. They're the ones paying, and so if they're paying, you want to try to give them the best customer service. You know, you want to make sure your area is nice. If you have a TV, you can put TV on for them. They can put on what they want to watch. If you prefer music, you can have them play their music. If you don't wear a certain type of music, you know, just put on something that's just gonna make the vibe nice. Another thing you can do, once again, if you don't want to spend money, that's okay, but like I said, if you are wanting to be a business owner, if it's something you love to do and you want to grow, you have to invest in your business. So I recommend, you know, getting snacks and drinks. Some people charge their clients like $1. I don't charge my clients. It's just kind of all included into the price. You know, the customer service, everything is kind of included. You pay for everything. I have snacks for my clients and drinks. Like I have a mini fridge, and then I have like a cute little setup with candy, snacks, drinks, and everything like that. It just helps the client feel more comfortable, and especially those long appointments, people are gonna get hungry. They're gonna want to drink, so it's just something nice. You can literally, it's not that expensive. You go to the dollar, if you go to the Dollar Tree and pay a few dollars for a bag of candy and some chips and some drinks, you can spend like $10 and you'll be set for like a month. So what's next? Business cards. Business cards are a way, which I just wish I would have done this sooner. I started doing this a few months back, and I definitely recommend getting you guys some business cards. I'm gonna grab my business card and show you guys. It's a business / loyalty card. So this is what it looks like. Can you guys see that? I really hope you guys can see that. Okay, I hope you guys can see that. It's a loyalty card, and as you can see, it says at your 4th appointment receive 10% off. So with my clients, the way I can get them coming back is they see that, okay, at my 4th appointment I can get 10% off, so they're gonna come back until that 4th appointment so that they can get that percentage off. And usually they do, because it all starts off with your customer service and how you treat them and communicate with them and talk to them, and then at the end of the appointment I give them a card, and for the most part my clients come back and, you know, they get that little 10% off. Okay, my camera turned off because apparently it was overheating. So let's hurry up and get through this. And so it's a loyalty card, but it's also a promotional card, because if anybody asks who did their hair, they can show them this card. It has all of my information on the back. I'm gonna probably put a better picture up here if you guys can't really see it. Can you see it? Okay, I think you can. It has all my booking website, my location, and my Instagram handle on here. So that is definitely another way you can promote your business and have clients coming back. And I will probably make another video on that too, on how to create business cards. I use the app Visio. Not the app, the website. I'm gonna have to put the website up here somewhere, and I will let you guys know what I use. But I literally paid $20 for like 100 business cards. So everything is cheap. You just gotta invest. You know, you gotta invest, and the outcome will come. Okay, communication is a big piece of really having clients come back, because you have to understand your clients are not perfect, you are not perfect. So when it comes to you making mistakes, whether it's doing their hair, you either want to, you know, some clients can really do the most, let's be honest. But you know, let's say you made a mistake while doing somebody's hair, not like they didn't like it, because if you did a really good job and they just didn't like it, that's on them. But you know, you made a mistake, come out the correct way. You can offer them a discount, do another hairstyle, and you can get that for free. You know, just really offering other options for them to make them feel like you care about what the issue is, and you know, all of that. Let's say you're running behind, you won't be able to do their hair for whatever reason. Something came up, an emergency, something happened, and you literally were just not able to do their hair. You can, you know, once again offer them a discount, offer them another day that works better, and say, okay, I'll do it half off, I'm so sorry about the inconvenience. Most likely you'll have people coming back. Also, while doing their hair, you want to communicate about everything, like, okay, how would you like your edges? Because a lot of people, you know, they kind of do hair and they kind of just do it their way without really communicating with the client. And usually, like, is this what you wanted? You want knotless braids, right? You want butt length knotless braids. You want them curled, right? Because sometimes I may misread something, or sometimes they may have booked something off. So you really just want to confirm, communicate with your clients all the way. Another way, because yes, it's good to get clients and it's good to have clients coming back, but you also want to have your dream clientele. You don't want to have just anybody booking with you. And that's when it comes up to you setting up boundaries so that the people who are willing to follow those boundaries will end up becoming your clients. You want people who are going to respect you, your business, because this is a business. This is not just you just lollygagging and just doing whatever. A lot of people like to treat braiding for some reason as just like, a lot of people like to complain and they're like, I'm not paying for this, I'm not paying this much money for this, and blah blah blah, but they'll sit up here and pay X amount of money for this business or this business. But when it comes to this business, a lot of people like to downplay you. So you want to treat it like a business, because if one thing people are not going to do is treat braiding like a business, so you have to treat it like a business, because it is a business. It's your time, it's your money, it's your skill, and you're putting all of that into this. So you want to have those boundaries set up like a real business. And I know it's hard, being that a lot of people haven't learned that from anywhere. So I recommend watching videos on how to own a business, and you know, going to cosmetology school if it's something you really want to do. And I know this is coming from somebody that's like, what I was trying to say here is, like, this is obviously coming from somebody who, I started cosmetology school and I didn't get a chance to finish because of some unfortunate reasons. I hopefully will be able to get to go back. And also, I did start college last year. I'm not there this semester, but I will be attending next semester. So even though I'm not like in school for these things currently, and don't have the full grasp of everything, I still have some things that I've learned over the course of the time of me doing hair. So I do recommend going to get your education on them. Definitely want to set up those boundaries. So, you know, for example, if people are late, you know, have a late fee, so that way people will know not to be late. You know, this can prevent them from having to pay that late fee. If you're late, you know, you want to set something up for them too. Like I said before, you know, offering them a discount, another option. For me, if my clients are like maybe 10-15 minutes late and I don't have a client after them, I don't charge them. But if I do have another client behind somebody and they're running late, I'm either just gonna have to reschedule them, or they're just gonna have to pay that fee or that squeezing fee to get them in, because you know, now we're running behind when I have other people behind you. Also, a deposit, I charge a $20 deposit. It's included in the price, so people just pay that, so that way if they cancel, you have something, and also they know that they paid that money, so they're like, okay, I already put $20 into this, which means I'm gonna have to come to my appointment. So setting up boundaries, not being crazy about it, but just reasonable things. A lot of people like to complain about the boundaries that we set, but it's needed, especially when you are your own business owner and you were maybe working out of your home, which a lot of people are. You have to have those boundaries set up. Don't care about what other people say. Yeah, so now this has a lot to do with growing your business, and with skill and just like the way your clients' hair look will definitely help you get more clients, because people will see them in public and just be like, I love your hair, who did your hair? Because it looks really, really nice. So when you're doing hair, obviously you want to put your all into it. You don't just want to lollygag. But in order to really grow on your skill, I really honestly was self-taught. Later on, I ended up obviously looking up videos as far as how to do hair and like just different techniques. But for you really want to find a technique that works for you when it comes to your skill set, because not all techniques are going to work for everybody. Use that, stick with that. You know, obviously in the beginning, you know, you're still learning, but as far as that goes, because you are still learning, that's when I recommend asking people to model for you. You want to ask anybody you can, like I said in the beginning, to model for you. Practice on them. Let them know, like, I'm just doing this for practice. I'm going to charge a small amount of money just so you can have me practice on you. That definitely helped a lot with me. I had a lot of people who I would just practice on. Now when I have models, it's just like really nice hairstyles I want to try. I already know how to do. It's just, you know, just really pretty things I want to try that people may not be booking, and I'm like, I want to do this and, you know, get that out there so people can book that. Even me, and as long as I've been doing hair, just like, I'm really intermediate. I haven't been doing hair all my life, but a good amount of time. I'm still learning things, different techniques, and finding things that work better for me. When it comes to, you know, your skill and your craft and the way it looks, a lot of people like to talk about having a niche, which I definitely agree with, and I see that it helps a lot when it comes to people really growing, because people see you for one thing. You know, whether you're really good at stitch braids or you're really good at doing retwists or locks or knotless braids, people will like usually see that one thing you're good at, and everybody will kind of just come to you for that one thing, which will have you kind of just... I definitely think having a niche is important, but for me, I've learned that I don't have a niche, but I don't do everything, if that makes sense. Like, I do what I know that I'm good at, but I don't try to just do everything because I know that I can do it, because there are definitely things I know how to do, but I may not be the best at, so I'm not gonna do that. So my main niche is really just, I'm a braider. I retwist hair, I work with natural hair, braids, butterfly locks, stitch braids, like twists. I'm not trying to do ponytails and do this and do that. Then it's just like all over the place, and then people kind of just like don't know what to go to you for, because they're like, are you good at this, are you good at that? Like, you know, it's kind of a lot. So I've kind of learned what I'm good at. I remember at one point I was doing ponytails, and I just stopped because I was like, this is not working for me. I'm just gonna kind of narrow it down a little bit and just work with what I know that I can do. And I know some people who strictly do locks, or they strictly do braids, or they strictly do this, or they strictly do that, which I definitely see it's a good way to grow your business. But if you are trying to do like a little bit more than that, just kind of have it like all in the same category. Like, I'm not doing like exactly one thing. Yeah, you just don't want to be all over the place. My last piece of advice for you as your business takes off, once you start to really get clientele and you become booked, is really start to focus on your mental health. Take account of your mental health. I remember not really taking care of my mental health. I was in college at the time, and I got booked so fast, and everything was just about hair that I kind of threw out school out the window, and I had like no time for myself. It was literally me doing hair from like 9 a.m. to like 12 o'clock at night, because I didn't really have like a time set for when I did hair. I just kind of did it. So you really want to balance your workout. You don't want to overwork yourself. I don't work on Sundays, so that's the day that I have off. And if you just need to take another day off throughout the week, take that day off. If you feel like you're being overworked, you just need a day off. Don't let anybody try to be like, hey, can I get my hair done? I know you're not working. No, take time to yourself. You need it, you deserve it, it's worth it. Because I got to a point where you don't take care of your mental health, and you're tired all the time, and you're working from the morning to the night, and you have to wake up and do the same thing again the next day for other clients. You're not mentally able to tend to your clients as well as you would if you were mentally stable. You really want to just take care of yourself, so that way you can be the best for yourself and the best for your clients. They can see you in the best light. Because it got to a point where I was just so tired, I didn't want to even do hair anymore. I remember being like, I just don't even want to do this anymore, all because I was booked. And it was crazy because I literally prayed for it to happen, and then it happened, and I was like, no, like, I'm tired, I don't want to work all day. But now, you know, I have balance. but when it's booked, it's booked, and you have to figure out, you know, okay, how much do I want to push myself? So for me, I really have a balance. I don't work past 9 p.m. If somebody wants me to do their hair past 9 p.m. or before 9 a.m., I require a squeeze-in fee, because it has a lot to do with mental health, and I just don't want to be up that late and then having to wake up the next morning and I'm tired and I'm not. No. So I don't work past 9 p.m. I don't work earlier than 9 a.m. I'm gonna definitely have to learn how to balance it when I go back to school next semester, because I will be going back to school. Take care of your mental health. Don't let bad clients get to you. Don't be scared to not have certain clients back. I've cut off like 2 clients who I just thought that were not a good fit for me. That just goes back into having your dream clientele. Certain aspects where you don't feel comfortable having that client as your client, if they are like not showing up on time, if they're just constantly inconsistent, you don't have to do their hair. It's your business. Don't be afraid to let them know in a nice way that you just don't feel comfortable doing their hair anymore. Don't be scared to set up those boundaries. Be sure to always be respectful. Put your best foot forward. Take care of your mental health. Look into things as far as marketing and how to market your business. Don't be afraid to just put yourself out there. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. If you don't make mistakes, then you wouldn't know what's wrong or what to do right the next time. Yeah, I hope that these tips and tricks helped you. If I missed anything, there will definitely be a part 2. If you guys have any questions, any other concerns, questions, things you guys would like to know about owning a business and growing your business and braiding, please comment in the comments below. I will definitely be making more videos on hair. That was it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye. I hope your business does well.